and welcome to Irie's Stomach. We're going to make acorn squash soup today. Please see the ingredients: acorn squash, yellow onion, bell peppers, mushroom, cilantro, rosemary, tarragon, thyme, basil, sea salt, olive oil, vegetable stock, and water. Let's get started. Be sure to cut your acorn squash in pieces so it's easier to boil. Remove the seeds and the inner fleshy part, and of course we've peeled it and it's ready now for boiling. We're going to boil 8 cups of water on high heat. Add a pinch of salt, and we're going to have the acorn squash boil for a good 35 to 40 minutes until it's very soft. The mushrooms are sliced very thin so that it's easier to saute. It'll get tender faster and you don't have to cook it for too long. Okay, I'm going to give you a quick rundown of how I cut up the bell peppers. Be sure to take out the veins inside and get rid of all the seeds. So here we have all our ingredients prepped and ready to go. All our herbs: tarragon, cilantro, thyme, rosemary, and basil, and chopped onions. And we have our water here and a cube of vegetable bouillon. Now we're going to set the stove on medium heat, and we're going to add 2 tablespoons of olive oil to start sauteing the onions. So the onions have been sauteing for a good 8 minutes, and now we're going to add the mushrooms. We're also going to add another 2 tablespoons of olive oil just to help with the mushrooms sauteing, because it's been, it's getting a little bit dry. And also we need some extra olive oil for when we add the peppers in the next 5 to 6 minutes, or until the mushrooms are tender. So here we can see that the acorn squash is now cooked, and we're going to put it in the blender to be pureed. And don't forget to make sure that you use all the water from the pot that you've been using to boil the acorn squash. It makes the soup taste better and it keeps all the nutrients. So now we're here with the sauteed mushrooms, and we're going to add our peppers. And we're going to let this simmer for another 3 minutes. We don't have to cook the peppers for too long. So here we've added the puree, the acorn puree. And like I said, don't forget when you were pureeing the acorn that you add all the water from the pot that you boiled it in. And we're going to add the bouillon, the vegetable bouillon at this moment. And after that, we will add some more water, about a cup, just to give it more volume, or you can add half a cup, depending on how thick you want your soup. So we're adding our water now. So I'm adding 1 cup. Oops. Yep. Wow, it's 1 cup. I'm going to stir that in. And at this time, we're going to start adding our fresh herbs. And we're going to add all the herbs except for the cilantro. And you know, like I've mentioned in my other videos, cilantro, you don't have to cook it. You just put it in at the very end and just let the heat from the pot seep it into the rest of your recipe. Okay, so we've got all in there except for the cilantro. And we're gonna let this go for another 5 minutes at, you know, a small boil. And then we'll add the cilantro. So it's been 5 minutes and we're adding in the cilantro. At this time, I'm going to turn off the stove and just let the heat seep in the flavor of the cilantro. I'm also going to have this sit for another 5 minutes to cool down before I start to serve it. Okay, so it's been sitting for 5 minutes and I'm going to serve it now. Acorn squash is quite delicious. It's got that unique, slightly sweet, nutty taste, and putting it together with fresh herbs, the mushroom and peppers just gives it a fantastic taste explosion in your mouth. Thank you so much for watching. Please leave your comments. Let me know how the recipe turns out. And see you again next time.